When Canada's Royal Canadian Mounted Police Force wants to find lost people, catch criminals, and uncover explosives, they call on an elite squad of Mounties. Highly trained assets with agile bodies, powerful jaws, and incredibly sharp noses. The training and selection process are rigorous and demanding. And those who ultimately make the cut never look back, because there's no assignment too tough for the Canine Mounties.
The whole area?
Yeah.
One of the most important jobs that the Canine unit does is sniff out explosives.
What the dogs can do in minutes would take people hours, if at all, to humanly do.
And so for the last month of the training,
Beautiful.
the focus is on teaching the dogs and their handlers how to detect explosives.
The dogs are incredibly good at what they do, incredibly efficient, and their success rate is incredibly high. You cannot get that comfort from a hand search done by human beings, because people search for what they can see, dogs search for what they can smell.
It's the final 3 weeks. The 8 constables and their dogs are going to move out of the classroom. They'll do intense explosives detection training at the Calgary and Edmonton airports.
And we use the airports because it simulates so many different environments that you can get all in one place. So we take them there, give them that intense 3 weeks, which is their last stressful experience at the training center when they're training explosives dogs before they head out into the real world.
These dogs have to be able to detect different types of explosive odors and give a sick confirmation on it when they've located that. And the handler's got to be able to read the dog and understand what the dog is telling them.
Unattended baggage will be
This
removed.
on-site exercise takes full advantage of being in a large, confined space with a variety of different areas, some restricted, some open to the public. During airport training, explosives are planted in luggage, on planes, in terminal and cargo areas, in parked cars, and hotel rooms. The trainers plant explosives all over the airport. For the handlers, this is an important time. The work they're doing will bring together all the skills they've learned in the 85-day course, and it's the last time to practice it under the watchful eye of their trainers.
It's an important part of it because the fellows are still fine-tuning the ability to handle the dog, and the dog is still fine-tuning his sequence of reactions that we want, indicating the odor, pursuing to the source, and then confirming it without, or sitting to confirm it without aggressing the hide.
Is it right up under there?
Well, what's he telling you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't move things,
Okay.
okay? Because you don't know if there's a bomb hooked up to it or anything else like that. Get away from it. It's just like aggressing a hide. If things are there, go around it.
You have to be at the top of your game when you're searching for explosives. So you have to be confident, and that's the whole purpose of the on-site. Through repetition, that the guys learn how to work and pattern their dogs to cover off whatever their search area may be, to be thorough enough and confident enough, and your dog to say, I've searched this area, there's nothing here, let's move on.
Are you done your search?
It goes up to the shovel at the institution?
Yeah, that's as far as it goes.
Okay, then I'm done.
Good. So you got to make sure that you, when you're detailing, get them in the ends of those pipes and stuff like that. This one was a concealed one, you know, magnifrac, tucked inside that box. Okay, so it's inside. They all hit it really, really well.
So the dogs, when they're working, they have to be able to handle distractions. You have to kind of eliminate or forget about what's going on around them and focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, keep your pace up was one thing. The other thing, you make sure in your mind that it's there. Just make sure, because he's like this. He's on every one of those hides. He's already going back into the sit confirmation. That's exactly what we want. All we want is to finish it up.
On this one, as soon as I took him away, he's
Back, it's here.
It's here,
Yeah.
right there. And then he kind of,
The dog has been trained to sit instantly
Like
when
it.
it detects an explosive, and then it gets a reward.
Sit.
Tar's response here is too tentative, so Rod has to reinforce the rules.
Reinforce the sit, eh?
No reward until Tar completes the sit.
hey, that's a boy. Come on, buddy.
It takes a toll on you. It's stressful, especially when you're dealing with explosives. It's more serious, and a lot of people's lives are on the line. And you want to do well, but yeah, it's just a lot of pressure.
Training at these major airports is the first time the constables are coming face to face with the weight of the responsibility they'll have when they're doing this work for real. After months of training and simulated searches, the canine handlers and their dogs are doing their final 3 weeks in 2 busy airports, Calgary and Edmonton. The focus is on finding explosives. They're learning how to search through everything, from hotel rooms to the aircraft, and what might be the most stressful of all of them, in waiting rooms and luggage carousels, working around the traveling public.
What we'll do today with him is that we'll cut you loose in the airport, and you're just gonna go have fun. You're gonna get him up on different things. You're gonna get him paws up, different things like that. Just, yeah, okay? Perfect. So reinforce, stay. Reinforce the sit.
Yeah.
Okay, the dog indicates it.
Yeah.
Pop, right there. Sit.
Okay.
This is where the early agility training comes into play. The dogs are put on a new surface, the conveyor belt, and are confronted with moving luggage and lots of smells, and are expected to focus.
Attaboy! Atta good dog!
Searching luggage is a whole new chapter in explosives training. This is where the handler's technique as he guides his dog is as important as his ability to read his dog's signals.
See, Dan, I think what's happening here is that we're slowing down a little bit too much and too much detail. Okay? Remember, these things are only 3 feet away from each other, okay? So, and you got air moving all throughout here. Right, you don't know where it's moving from. So keep that speed up. Don't get into sit. Okay, don't get into that. Okay, it's to the hide, boom, sit. That was a deadly indication right there. Bang. That's it. Good boy. Good dog.
Inside the terminal's public area, the dogs and handlers face more distractions, including working with the traveling public, who are not expecting to find themselves on the other end of a wet nose. In the class, when the trainers planted the explosives, it's pretty easy to figure out what the dog is doing. But a busy airport, as Constable Dion Sutton is learning, those signals aren't always crystal clear.
He didn't indicate on anything else. He showed interest over there, but he never gave me a sit. He was looking for me to give him something, but he only gave me one with the bag there. And that's the only thing he indicated on, that, from my perspective.
So what are you saying?
Well, it's not clear. Obviously, we found something, but he didn't indicate on anything else. I can't say if explosives are here or not from anything else, but he didn't indicate on anything besides that bag.
And you completed your search?
I have.
Okay.
As they work in an airport surrounded by people, the point is driven home. This is serious work with serious consequences. People's lives count on how well they do their jobs.
Who knows what can happen? So it's as live as you're going to get. So, and who knows? Anything could have happened. So it adds an extra little bit of stress, and you have your validators as well, and you know it's a test. So it's a lot of things going on in your head.
In the stress of working in the busy airport, some of the handlers are forgetting their basics, like leash work.
If you want them to change directions, change your direction with the snap. But don't get into this pull.
Just get them going, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
The very end there, after you found that first hide, your pace picked up, and it was perfect. It was better. And breathe.
Oh, it's hot.
You relax a little bit, he's going to relax.
Yeah.
They like it or not, I'm a firm believer of it. It travels down the line.
Yeah.
Hey, attaboy, good dog, let's go search over here.
Even a confident handler like Dion is rattled in this new situation. and feels a bit off his game.
It is tough. It's more pressure because the general public is there. You don't know how the general public is going to react when a dog goes over and sniffs their bag or is close to their seat.
Just you and your dog working together, having fun is what you got to try and block everybody out if the people make you nervous or whatever it is. But just have fun, and if your voice reflects the fact that you're having fun, it travels down the line to him, and you're working that much better together, and you actually start having fun doing it. Because what's the big deal? You know, just do your thing.
Good speed. Where we're getting into a little bit of a problem is that we're letting them allow them to linger a little bit, and over by the pop machines and stuff like that. Okay, you got food, you got different things all over, you know, different interests and stuff. Move on. I can always move back, come back to it. Yeah, that's good.
If I keep it my speed don't linger, it's a lot easier.
He went to this lady's purse right here.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing. Yeah. We don't want him to get on the people and expect him to jump up and lick her face. But if you say no, he's going to stop going to people's purses or bags or stuff, which for all we know might have the bomb in it, right?
It's up to the canine teams to check everything, especially obvious high potential areas like garbage cans, planters, baggage. The canine units are spending the last 3 weeks of their course doing explosives training work at the Calgary and Edmonton airports. They've been in the terminal. Now, for the first time, they're going into an aircraft.
Searching an aircraft, if you think about it, it can be very similar to searching a vehicle, climbing on seats. It can be very similar to searching a bus. And of course, they have to be able to search aircraft should they ever be required to do so on a bomb threat or an airport or whatever it might be.
But planes are an unnatural environment for a dog. Tight spaces, row upon row of seats, armrests, and overhead bins. A bomb could be hidden in all sorts of awkward places.
Back. Tony. Okay, just practice getting them up and getting them down. Getting them up, getting them down, okay? That's all it is patterning, getting them up there, okay?
Not all the dogs are immediately at ease with the cramped, unfamiliar surroundings. It can take repeated commands and rewards to get the dogs to the comfort level they need.
Good boy, Tony. That's good. That's good for today. That's 150 times better. Oh boy, good dog.
They'll come back to this. But now, it's back to the terminal for more work. This time, they'll be tested with what's called a negative search.
You just have to go to each search, doing the best they can, trying to locate anything or nothing. There's the one search we do, and they don't know it, where there's no explosives hides at all out there. But they don't know that. They're searching, thinking they're going to find something, and by the 15 or 20 minute mark, the sweat beads are pouring down their head because they haven't found anything, and they're worried about it, but that's the real world.
A negative search is nerve-wracking. If they sweep an area and the dog does not indicate, then they have to make the decision that there are no explosives there and move on. But are they confident enough in the way they've trained their dogs to be sure?
It's stressful because part of the validation, there is a negative search, so when you search, there's absolutely nothing there. However, you don't know which site it can be. So you're in and you're searching and searching and you're sweating your butt off, and the dog is not giving you anything, but you're thinking for the dog, and you're like, it has to be here.
And when you're doing the explosive searching, you're always finding stuff. And when you first are presented with a negative search where there's no hides, but you still have to clear the area, it's definitely, something that you have to. It's more of a mind game than it is. It's more mental than physical, for sure. You're working and you clear your area and you're out and you're looking at it thinking, did I clear everything? Because the dog hasn't indicated anything. And knowing and just having that confidence to say, we've cleared this area, the dog is not indicating any presence of explosives.
What'd you find? Okay.
There was
So were you
one
thinking,
head snap over here that he kind of gave me, and I took him back, and then I had nothing, so I moved her off.
So what did you think?
About halfway through, I'm thinking, I wonder if this is negative.
But that's the real world. They will have to conclude a search, possibly, and let's be honest, in Canada we're lucky. The odds of having to encounter that kind of thing are still not that great, but they're the ones at the end that are going to have to sit there and say, my dog searched, he didn't indicate anything.
You're showing interest around the center of the chairs here. But other than that, there wasn't really anything where he's flagging. Like, he's working hard, but nothing showed me that, like, where he's indicating that he's excited that he's getting older.
What are you gonna tell your validator? My dog was unable to find anything? Yep. Good.
It's a simple judgment call with incredible responsibility. When do constables decide that they can declare an area clean and safe? It takes confidence in themselves and in their dog.
If it's not there, you can't make your dog make it appear. Like, you just have to believe that you've searched and understand that you've covered your area, you've put the dog in every area possible, and to know when to say, okay, enough's enough, there's nothing here. My dog's not indicating any presence of explosives.
Are you starting to sweat?
Was I?
Yeah.
I was starting to. Especially when in here he was showing me some interest, so I brought him down to the center of it, and I'm thinking, oh. And when I started getting more into there, and he's got nothing in here and there, right. Probably a negative search. And if he's not indicating whether it be a track, an article, or or explosives, it's knowing that if it's there, he's going to indicate it. If it's not there, there's going to be no indication. And I have 100% faith in my dog. So when he's not showing me something, I believe him.
It's down to the final few days of training for this year's class of the K9 team. They've spent the last 3 weeks on site at 2 busy airports, practicing searching and sniffing out explosives. Up until now, they've been guided by their trainers. But now the trainers take a step back and watch to make sure that the handlers and their dogs are ready to graduate. And the trainers' last piece of advice? The same as the first piece of advice they gave the constables at the start of the course 6 months ago.
You have to trust your dog, trust your training. It's, again, what we remind them. Trust your dog and trust your training. Just go out and do your thing.
It's at this point that all bets are off, and the trainers do their best to throw some things at the dogs and handlers to really test their confidence level.
I have a few tricks up my sleeve that I like to do with the guys, and the whole purpose of that is to learn to trust your dog. You know, just don't try to overread the situation. Just read your dog and pay attention to what he's telling you.
For this exercise, plastic explosives are hidden in a banana peel. Timo has to sniff out an almost odorless explosive wrapped in a very fragrant peel. And how will Curtis react when his dog indicates a banana?
All it is just a big hunk of Semtex.
Oh, when he sat on it, that was weird. I can see him eating the banana, but when he sits.
Good boy. There's certainly, it's human nature to have doubt in something, but from my experience, and even my experience working a dogs myself, being out there in the field, and when you're questioning a dog, are we here, is this the right thing? Sure enough, 10 out of 10 times, the dog was right.
Through the levels of training, like, you're introducing different odors of explosives. And the dog's proven that he recognizes the hide, or he's scent recognition, and he's going to indicate it. There's not so much pressure anymore because the dog has proven over numerous days and hundreds of hides that he's capable of doing it.
I think you're doing a great job if towards the end of training you're there as basically as an observer as opposed to a teacher, and that's what's the nice thing to see.
He was a little apprehensive at first, but with his drive and all that, once he realized he was searching, once he realized that there could be an explosive substance on the plane, he quickly overcame whatever nervousness he had. Again, we were in so many different planes and so many different areas that he got used to planes right away.
When I just sit back and allow the dog room to work and not crowd him and be able to watch and read his reactions, you're going to do nothing but succeed.
In the final 3 weeks, working in busy airports, the constant practicing, repetition, and guidance from their trainers came together. The handlers progressed from tentative students to confident handlers.
Well, that's what it's all about. That's what you want to see. You want to see these guys, you know, by the time they leave here, they have the confidence that they're on top of the world and nothing will faze them.
Once they've graduated, the canine units become part of the explosive profile in Canada. Called out to serve as part of the Prime Minister's detail, or for major events like the Vancouver Olympics or the G20, and when VIPs and royalty visit. And they become part of one of the most admired units in law enforcement. Every year, agencies from around the world come to Innisfail, Alberta to check in with the RCMP canine team, to study their techniques and best practices, from breeding to training. It's been a long road for the handlers. 5 years in the field working with dogs before they're hand-picked for canine training. 85 days, some in the classroom, most in the field. 3 weeks of special on-site explosives detection. An intense journey every step of the way. This graduation day is very sweet. Next time on Canine Mounties, we'll check in with 3 of the canine teams who have been working in their home turf, where the training never stops.